Fans of Paramount Network's 1883 were left in tears as the first season came to an end because of an unexpected death, and you already know who we're talking about. If you don't, stop now because major spoilers ahead. You've been warned. To answer, yep, it's Elsa. Stay till the end, where we catch you up with the season finale and answer questions like, is Elsa dead? And what her co-star thought about the scene. First up, if you don't know what 1883 is, the first episode of 1883, an American Western drama limited series created by Taylor Sheridan and premiered on Paramount Plus on December 19th, 2021. And the series features a cast that includes, among others, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, Sam Elliott, Isabel May, LaMonica Garrett, Mark Rissman, Audie Rick, Eric Nielsen, and James Landry Hebert. Isabel May, LaMonica Garrett, and James Landry Hebert also make appearances. This series serves as a prelude to Sheridan's Yellowstone and chronicles the story of how the Dutton family came to buy the acreage that would later become the Yellowstone Ranch. Yellowstone was written by Jack Sheridan, who compares the limited series to a 10-hour movie with an ending, describing its length. The television show, which consisted of 10 episodes, ran from February 27th, 2022. So, what does the storyline entail in the movie 1883? The Dutton family is the most important player on Yellowstone as a result of their command over the greatest cattle-raising region in the United States, which is located near their home in Montana. Have you ever wondered the means by which the Dutton family, which plays a pivotal role in the plot of the television series, was able to acquire ownership of the land in question and rise to the position of power that they currently hold? 1883 was made to answer that question. In the first season of the new series, the Dutton family travels across the Great Plains and further west in the year 1883 in the hopes of finding the last unconquered region of the United States. The series is being promoted as an in-depth study of one family leaving poverty in America's promised land, Montana, as well as a horrific account of the Western expansion that occurred during that time. Now for the concluding analysis of the year 1883. At this point in the first season of 1883, things are only becoming more heated, despite the show's reputation for murdering off characters at will. Elsa Dutton's, Isabel May, destiny was all but settled in episode 9 of the blockbuster series, which ended with her believing she was about to die. Paramount Plus began streaming episode 9 on Sunday, and it starts with the ragged wagon train making its way across a desolate landscape that hates us and everyone can sense it, as Elsa explains in a dramatic voiceover. Joseph, Mark Rissman, is bitten after he dismounts to rescue Risa, Anna Fiumora, after her horse has been bitten by a rattlesnake. This puts them both in danger. An already dire scenario is made much worse when Shay, Sam Elliott, Thomas, LaMonica Garrett, and James Dutton, Tim McGraw, discover a family of indigenous people who have been ambushed and killed by horse thieves. This means that if other members of the tribe locate the bodies of their ancestors and learn that a wagon train is responsible, they will pursue the wagon train. A group of Lakota warriors seeking revenge for the deaths of their own family members attack the wagon train, murdering Cookie, James Jordan, and then descending upon the remaining passengers as Elsa tries to entice them away. So, how does Elsa actually get hurt? Here's the interesting bit from the show. The audience now gets to see how the flash-forward opening scene of 1883 plays out as she kills one of the warriors and simultaneously receives an arrow wound to the abdomen. When she tries to explain to the attackers that she is married to a Comanche warrior and that her father is now hunting down the true perpetrators, it is evident that Elsa is seriously injured. Elsa's liver was punctured by a filthy arrow in episode 9, which is played by Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, Margaret Dutton, in their most emotional scene to date. It is with much sadness that he informs Margaret she's going to die. She responds by lashing out at him in terror. This will be the new family home, and James resolves to locate an appropriate spot for Elsa to die, which he promises will be the new home for the family. However, Elsa's ability to see right through her father thwarts the plot. He looks at her as if he's already in sorrow, like I'm already gone, towards the end of the episode. When she spoke such words, she realized that she was about to die at the conclusion of the most intense episode of 1883 to date. Fans of 1883 will be eager for more information about what happens next once the last episode of the season airs. Is Elsa going to die at the conclusion of the season? No matter where she's buried, will her family abandon their plans to go to Oregon and build a new life there? Does this connect with Yellowstone? Because we know that they will ultimately develop the Montana ranch used for this show. Keep watching watching. Up next, is Elsa going to die? Shay is given the burdensome job of notifying Margaret that James and the other members of the party aim to proceed to this paradise in order to put Elsa to rest there. James is eager to travel with her, but in order for that to happen, Margaret needs to finish saying her goodbyes to Elsa first. Because they depart so early in the morning, we don't have a lot of time left. In the middle of the night, Joseph wakes up to find Risa laying dead next to him. The voyage has taken a toll on all of them, and the journey to Oregon now feels like it will take an eternity to complete. As the night fades to day, Elsa bids her farewells as Joseph mourns the loss of his wife, and Shay makes a promise to follow closely behind them both. James and Elsa carry on with their adventure and ultimately make it to their own little piece of heaven. It is selected by Elsa, and James then moves it across to a significant tree. She mumbles that she isn't terrified as she rests against it as her father cradles her in his arms and describes her very first recollection. She is exhausted. Naturally, she's broaching the subject of passing away, and this is the very last sentence that she utters before she dies away. And now, what does Tim have to say about this scene? Tim McGraw, who played the role of Elsa's father, James Dutton, has revealed some information regarding what occurred behind the scenes in reference to the terrible moment. According to what he said in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, we filmed it maybe 3 or 4 times, and the very first time, Isabel and I were just both a blubbering mess. The scene that we ended up using, and I think it was the next to last take we took, she's lying on my lap as we're getting ready to shoot, and she just looks up at me and asks, "What's the thing you love most about your daughters?" He remembered that after that, they said action, and it was the moment that just tore me apart. Faith Hill, who portrayed Margaret Dutton and is also married to Tim, opened more about how the loss of Elsa impacted her in another part of the conversation. There are a couple spots within the series that I honestly can't even speak about since I had to travel to such places to obtain what was needed, Faith said, referring to the fact that the two have 3 daughters together. So, what happened in the very end? In reference to Elsa's final statements, she continued by saying, "That was harsh, what she said. I'll see you in the valley, you said. It seems inconceivable to me that I would not be there for my child in the closing moments of their life." Elsa eventually passed away by the time the episode came to a close, and while her father was at her side, she was able to select the location of her burial before she took her final breath. After bidding her mother and her friends farewell, Elsa and James continued to ride until she could no longer maintain her balance. When they reached an area with some trees, they halted and she told her father, "This is the location." Elsa, as she was being comforted by James, and the two of them were crying as they reminisced about their most cherished moments, stated, "I know what it is," as she took her last breath. "I don't have any fear. I'm not frightened, Daddy." Fans like yourself will soon be able to follow the continuation of the Dutton family's road to secure the ranch when the program returns for season 2, in spite of the emotionally draining events that transpired in the season finale. Tell us what you think in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, adios.